Okay, hello guys, it's me Kokok Beluk. The Arknights Global Saber will do an anniversary stream in a few days, so I think might be the best time to make a short review to all welfare operators in the game. I've played this game for 2 years with only 3 operators, without a single gacha pulse. I still need to learn many things in Arknights, and honestly, playing exclusively with welfare operators is fun and challenging at the same time. Before we take a deeper look, I have to announce to you guys something I've been hiding for quite a long time. Some of you guys might have noticed that I have stopped using some operators such as Amiya and Honeyberry, Heidi, Texas, and Courage. Simply put, they are not considered a welfare operator. It only allows me to use any operators obtained from events such as Grani, Flamebringer, also 9 Color Deer and Conviction are included. You might be asking, isn't keep the old free operators working just fine? Well, the reason is obvious: casting records. Anyway, I will be covering every single welfare operator from Grani, the first welfare operator, to Puzzle, the newest welfare operator on Ceylon server. In addition, I will briefly explain how the module enhances them. I will also let you know if they are worth racing or not. Of course, I won't stop you from racing them because as long as you know how to use them, that's perfectly fine. Without further ado, let's get started. Grani, our first welfare operator, a vanguard charger. She turns into a semi-AoE guard 2 blocks with her skill 2. She has a module that makes her obtain 2 defeat after she defeats an enemy. She also refunds full current TP cost when retreat, a good upgrade for her. She gained nothing from her module upgrade. More HP, defense, and more physical dodge. For a single vanguard charger, it's honestly disappointing. No wonder why a Curtain Horse was beyond disappointed with her upgrade. Is she worth racing for general content? No. She has a big problem here with her skill 2, which is the SP cost, and her skill 1 is useless for the most of time. Okay, next one is Ceylon, our first therapist medic. She has quite the healing range, able to give consistent heal with her skill 1, or multi-heal plus resistance status with her skill 2. Her model makes her less likely to be target and gives her a permanent status resistance to herself. The module upgrade gives her more attack and even more heal if the stack has water ties. Pretty straightforward, more healing, and I have to say, it's quite decent. Is she worth racing for general content? Only if you like her that much. I often heard that she is a bad medic because she heals less than a single target medic when she was released. But honestly, in the most of cases, you don't need that much healing. Also, her notable downside is her high SP cost on her skill 2. But just use skill 1 if you want to consistent heal. And well, she works fine for me. I often use her solely for her big range, since it helps her to cover multiple lanes, at least until a Curtain medic fish comes. Okay, next one is Flamebringer, a duelist guard that can hit hard with heal skill 2. It has unlimited skill, which is, I think that's a good thing. Or you can use his skill 1 as a heli drop. His module gives him extra life when he dies for the first time. Even though he will lose 60% HP, he got more attack speed that helps him kill more. His upgrade module gives him more HP and makes it easier for him to gain more HP. You don't need to let him kill enemies to use the talent anymore, and it works well with his skill 2. Is he worth racing for general content? Probably. Personally, he is my best lane holder whenever I have to face some menacing enemies, but you need at least one medic to carry him since he has very low defense, but if you have already built one or two lane holders such as Stones or Blaze or something like that, then you won't need him. As a highly drop, some operators can do it much better than him. Well, overall, he is a solid guard. Next one is Bison. Nice tanker, his skill 2 makes him more likely to be attacked by rank but without the damage reflection such as Bubble or Milinar. His module gives him more defense when blocking enemies, and his module upgrade buffs his talent and his usage. You can even buff defense to any operators behind him, which can be useful sometimes. Is he worth racing for general content? Only if you need a defender protector. Korra is cheaper to build, by the way. For me, I often use his skill 1 because of better SP cost, which slightly lesser defense up without taunt effect. Next one is Snowsaint. No, just no. You can use her to having fun, bullying Pompey. Other than that, her skill and talent are nice. On the bright side, her module gives her attack as arc damage proportional to distance move, but every other puller gets the same module. The downside of her module upgrade is that she doesn't even increase her talent to pull infected critics and even no attack bonus from the upgrade. No, she is not worth racing. Better upgrade another one. Yes, that one. Next is Bibeak, a funny bird that Rhino summons CC4 strategy. Her specialty is at nuking and stunning enemies with her very funny stun skill. Her module gives her more attack on her skill, which is good because her skill is quite spammable. Her module upgrade is one of the rare cases of HG being good to me. It gives her more attack speed, and her talent upgrade gives her even more attack and attack speed. A very decent model. Is she worth racing for general content? Yes, but you have to prepare for activating her skill every time. Next is Conviction, an operator from the April Fools event. They do a funny big damage number with 5 chance RNG. Yeah, that doesn't sound bad, right? Their module upgrade decreases their cost and redeployment time, but still stunned for 10 seconds. Oh yeah, they got a bit attack speed. Can't say that much since I rarely use them because Flamebringer works better most of the time. Are they worth racing? Only if you make this kind of video. But sadly, a curtain god steals their job. Next is Sideroca. Archguard with self-heal as her survivability. She has higher HP compared to other Archguards. As of recording, she has no module. And honestly, I've been using her less and less lately due to her not having a high attack stats. The only time she was useful for me was to tank Mandragora. So, well, for general content, probably no. There are better options for arts damage or survivability out there. Next is Absinthe. Single target arts damage. She can deal extra damage with her skill 1, which is unironically her best skill. Her skill 2 is good burst damage, but kinda hard to use because of the skill requirement. Only if we can deactivate this skill, she might be good actually. And yeah, for general content, it might be hard to use her. That being aside, she is good and deserves a skin. Next, Folinic, a pharmacist but the P is silent. Our first medic that can attack enemies. Even though her existence is starting to be forgotten thanks to her sensei and the 2 caster that disguise as a medic. Her module gives her a bit more attack speed, heals more on melee units, and takes lesser damage from environmental effects that comes from the module upgrade. Is she worth racing? Her damage should be considered as a bonus rather than her focus. Despite her main focus being her healing, she still lags behind other medics, and honestly, she is not recommended to be used for general content. Shin. She is a summoner supporter that uses her miracle drones. Lens can either serve additional damage or powerful blockers that can hold multiple lanes on the stage. or even delay hard hitting enemies. Her module and module upgrade is kinda disappointing for me. Her module take once makes her first summon unit not consume the deployment slot. But yeah, that's it. Stage 2 and 3 only decrease enemies movement speed and increase Shin attack. Yes, only the Shin attack, not the lens. Is she worth racing for general content? Yeah, actually. Even though she is a summoner, she is pretty easy to use compared to Magan or Meyer. Yeah, no, don't compare her to a curtain blue woman. Next is the most disappointing operator, Tomimi. A weird single target caster, her talents turns her into a guard on rank tiles, but with very small range. She has nice damage, but I don't know why Gaviel brings her to Radha's Islands. No, she is not worth it for general content, and no, I will not elaborate further. A cute phalanx caster who carries a book on the battlefield. She's a tank for ranged attacks and turns into a tornado that sucks everything with her skill 2. Although I often use her skill 1 for a bigger range. Well, her skill 2 is much more interesting to use and deals better damage, but with more SP quads. But yeah, that's not really a problem if you really want her crowd control. Is she worth racing for general content? Probably yes. She provides nice damage and attacks everything on her range with a bit of crowd control. Although others can do that as well, but her cute face and personality is what makes her worth racing. Next is Whislash. Support guard that buffs attack speeds, works well with the Liberator Guard, AoE Guard, and some offensive defenders. She offers a unique and functional attack speed and defense buff, with a side of multi-target support DPS with her skill 2. Her module boosts her trait and attacks that helps her role as the sub DPS, while the defense increase is a nice defensive boost. Her new talent with the stage 2 upgrade gives her physical side to all units with 3 block or more when she is deployed. Quite decent, but it's useless for the most of time. Is she worth racing for general content? Her buffs are quite niche. Whislash offers a less common attack speed buff and increased defense. It's not the best buff when it comes to strengthening DPS, but it's global buff when she is deployed and offers a good survivability increase. But I'm pretty sure no one can resist her thickness, so yes, she is worth to race. Robin. She is a trapper specialist whose specialty in utility and binds or push enemies with her traps. She can be used against targets that have a long path, where she can best utilize her binding traps to delay the enemies. Also, you can use her skill to push low to my enemies, or maybe you can use her for this. As for me, she is quite fun to use, but for general content, you might have to wait for this threat. She has better damage after all. Tuye, a unique single target medic, she provides a nice shield that can absorb damage with her skill 1. Yes, I often use her skill 1, but her module upgrade increases her heal when she heals a unit with less than 50% HP, and even gives more attack if Tuye doesn't heal for 4 seconds from her talent. With her skill 2, it allows her to store big healing, and her module upgrades make this second skill works better, and her talent upgrade is pretty nice. Is she worth racing? Maybe yes. She heals better with skill 2 and provides you a nice shield with skill 1. But you need to time her skill precisely, since she only applies the shield to the lowest percentage HP, and you can't use her shield to an ally with full HP. The next one is... Okay, sorry. I didn't expect to scripting this that much, because when I thought about short review, I thought it will be something like 1 or 2 minutes, but as for me, speaking English is pretty hard, and I already give you one about my English is might be very bad, but there is a subtitles that you can read and you can mute the video instead. Anyway, I will cover the rest of the welfare soon, maybe part 2, because as I said before, Arknights Global Server will do an anniversary stream, so I think I have no time to write the script for every single welfare operators. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the second part. Bye bye.